Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Top Gun Options Market SITREP or Situation Report. I am Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and I haven't watched 1 minute of the Olympics, but I just think it's really interesting what's going on in the United States. So you just got mailed a mask 2 years late, made in China. Thanks, Joe Biden. You can get tests from the government 2 years later, made in China, to combat a disease, a virus that escaped from China, and we're kind of watching the Olympics right now in China. Did you know that there's a lot of Americans competing for China? Yeah, it's all messed up, man. There's a lot of messed up stuff. This is the enemy, folks. This is the existential threat to the United States of America. We are destroying ourselves from within, whether it's LeBron James, Nike, Colin Kaepernick, all these limousine liberals, right, who yell about how bad it is here in America, and they have Uyghurs in concentration camps make their sneakers. These people are awful, these limousine liberals. We should have boycotted these Olympics. Nothing says, hey, let's celebrate the world and sport and everything like that, like concentration camps, right? Unbelievable. Anyway, tonight at 7 p.m., we start our quarterly full throttle training. I do this once a quarter. I do 8 live training sessions at night. Market's closed, man. You can curl up with a glass of wine. I don't drink anymore, and hang out. Tonight we're going to talk about my trading methodology, my intelligence sources, where I gather all my info. Tomorrow night we'll do long and short calls and puts, just the options, basics, and we take that building block approach for the next couple weeks. If you're in solo Amazon or some of our other services that are not full throttle, you do not get access to it, okay? It's only $195, folks. There are other places that charge thousands of bucks for this, and it's insane, and it sucks, by the way. This is the industry leading. Why? Because I do it fresh. An Iron Condor was an Iron Condor 20 years ago. It'll be an Iron Condor 20 years from now. What changes is what? What's currently going on and how we can apply that. So this is very timely. You want to be in it. It's only $195. Head to topgunoptions.com/FT. That stands for full throttle academic 195, because that's all it costs. I'll put this link below the YouTube video down in the write-up there. Real quick, I sent out a big email the other day. I have surpassed, the Max Afterburner Podcast has surpassed 5,000 downloads. I didn't know that was a big deal until the podcast place told me it's a huge deal since October. So we're blowing the doors off of it. You guys are. I can't believe you'd want to sit there and listen to me. I don't even want to listen to me, but we're trying to heal. I'm trying to save veterans' lives, spouses' lives, dependents, first responders, and obviously everybody in the United States of America. Our No Fallen Heroes project this year is it is my passion. I'm bringing the ladder down. I'm bringing aboard 2 new instructors, an F-14 Top Gun graduate, Bart. He's going to be starting a Tomcat chart service. We got Goose, maybe Viper Trading. Goose is a brilliant guy, F-16 guy. So we got Tomcat guy, Hornet guy, F-16 guy. I told you we're going to grow our products and services here at TGO. Why is it taking so long? Because I don't trust anybody on Wall Street. I've been there, folks. These people are awful. They would step over their own mother to make a buck. You can't trust them as far as you can throw. You know who I trust? Fighter pilots. I trust them with my life. I went from the ready room where if you didn't trust somebody, they were gone. That minute they were out of the squadron. Go to Wall Street, put on your golf cleats, man, and climb that ladder. Step all over as many people as you can. Screw people over, and you make it on Wall Street. So you can die rich and miserable. Enjoy. So now I got 2 former fighter pilots. We're growing Top Gun Options. I cannot wait because I'm going to focus on my philanthropy and saving lives. No more noble goal. You can listen to the Max Afterburner Podcast on Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart, and Apple Podcast. All right, let's go ahead and get going here. It would be funny if it wasn't so sad. Look at the stupidity of our administration. U.S. Army, first climate plan, calls to slash emissions and build electric vehicle fleet. You do understand the stupidity in that sentence, do you, that headline? Everybody know what an EMP is? An electromagnetic pulse? So the Russians, North Korea has a ton of them, Iran, China, lights off an EMP, the entire United States Army is defeated. These idiot limousine liberals are destroying the United States military. Did you see the F-35 crash last week? A little birdie told me that the 72-hour history of that pilot that crashed on board the USS Vincent had his booster shot. Airborne, he reported chest pains and requested an emergency pull forward so he could make an emergency landing, and he didn't make it. Slammed into the ramp, ejected, hurt a ton of people on the flight deck. Recently, an F-16 Air National Guard pilot close to retirement, who was also a FedEx guy, dropped dead in his hotel room a couple days after getting his shot. No, they're not related. Just healthy dudes, some of the healthiest guys in the world, Navy SEALs, fighter pilots, being forced to put trash in their body. And here we go with the Army making electric vehicles. How stupid. Didn't they watch Mad Max in the future, like people battling for gasoline? It's dumb. It's just Lloyd Austin is a disgrace as the Secretary of Defense. General Milley is a disgrace. They're going on 13 children killed so far. They killed 7 during a drone strike with these poor children looking for water. That's a crime. And then they killed 6 last week when they tried to take out that ISIS dude. They were running around all morning, the White House and the Pentagon, about how great they are at killing this dude. And then all these international aid agencies came in and it did a quick investigation. Like, oh my God, there's 6 dead children here. Oh no, well, then he blew himself up. That's who did that. Okay. Delete the word Biden and put in Trump, and let me know what impeachment number we'd be on. The United States military is losing its once vaunted and respected luster. These knee-jerk reaction killing of civilians is a result of this president's stupidity. Weakness invites aggression. You think Putin and Xi Jinping look at Kamala and Joe and they're shaking in their boots? We're in trouble, guys. What's this have to do with the markets? Everything. White House authorizes U.S. troops in Poland to spearhead Ukraine evacuation plan. Oh, great. Can somebody, maybe you can post in the comment on this YouTube page. Can somebody explain why we're sending our kids to go defend the border of Ukraine when we don't even defend our border? Thousands, tens of thousands, I think over 1 million since Joe Biden's been in office, have poured into this country. Not vaccinated, of course, because that's different. You got to be vaccinated, but all the illegal immigrants, don't worry about it. We're going to throw them on airplanes and buses and fly them around the country, mainly to put them in red states. Democrat embryos. But I'd love somebody to comment, and please tell me why we'd risk war in Ukraine defending their border when we don't even defend our own. I would love to know. I'm a student of military history. Why do we have an army? The number one definition of an army is to what? Protect the country, protect our borders, protect our little kingdom. We can't even do that. They do the exact opposite. It's wide open. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? U.S. stocks open higher, extending rally. I don't believe it. Here we are with the S&P 500. Oversold, overbought. So there's the oversold, there's the overbought, there's the kind of hover back up to the 100. I actually put on a day trade a little while ago, an SPX bear call spread for today. It's the 45.90. I sold 30 of today. It's a day trade. Sold 30 of today's 45.90 calls and bought the 45.95s. I think we're going to go up to, it was up a couple $100, now it's down a little bit. I believe we're going to go up to, here we are, up just like we did last week. I called this. I said we're going to hit the 100, go through it a little bit, and then we're going to fail and go back to the 200. We had some drill bits. I didn't nail that. We're doing the same thing here. But if you draw a slope, you ready? If I had a slope, I draw it. That point to that point to that point to that point. That's called a descending bearish pennant. You're going to learn more about that crap with Bart, not me. But that's not a bullish chart, folks. Everything that's coming up is bearish. Inflation, rising interest rates, the Fed tapering, war. Somebody tell me what you're bullish on. And it ain't much, right? Stocks surge this morning after what? JP Morgan hears whispers of CPI below expectations tomorrow. What does that mean? Folks, tomorrow morning, we're getting an inflation number. CPI is the Fed's favorite indicator to see what's going on with inflation. So here you go, CPI. They're looking for it to come in a little light. It's been on fire. Remember, core is what? It means X something, excluding food and energy. That's pretty volatile. Food and energy prices are volatile. So tomorrow morning, if the number is a little light, what happens? If it's not terrible, then tech's going to rip higher. If inflation's not still raging, maybe we'll get a rally. 8 of the last 10 releases have seen the monthly headline figure come in above, right? So if we get a print below, do we get kind of a relief rally? So tomorrow, if the CPI is light, we might get a rip your face off rally up to the 50. Okay? But that's another reason I put on this bear call spread for now, is because I think we're going to hover today. I don't think the market's going to rip higher but now let's take the exact opposite of this. What if it comes in on fire? The market implodes. So, well, who's this guy? I don't think the market goes down as much on higher CPI, really, as it would go up on a miss. So tactically bullish for a few days here. We will see. Most of the time, I'm doing this SPX day trade right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to be eating popcorn. I ain't gonna flip a coin. I hate gambling. I can't stand people. We go to Vegas, like, dude, let's go gamble a little. I'm like, no, come on. I'm like, that's my money, man. No, so I don't gamble. Worst I'll do is play some craps just so I can yell and scream and do all that type of stuff. So anyway, guys, be very, very careful. I could not be more bearish. And a 50% decline from where we are right now, if you look at the market for the past couple of years, will only be a correction, right? There's a difference between a correction and a bear market. So I remember March of 2020. I do, because we made millionaires here at Top Gun Options. We predicted the COVID crash to the day. I wrote a book about it. The stock market declined a whopping 35% in a month. Okay? So what am I? There's a lot of good. Wow, look at this, man. Look at this. I mean, up here. I remember I traded this, man. I was a fighter pilot. I was an instructor pilot in a Marine fighter squadron at Miramar when the dot-com crash happened. I was sitting in the Chicago Board of Trade, the SIBO, Chicago Board Options Exchange. I was at ground zero of the financial crisis, folks. Right? This is when the Fed started to get active in capitalism. This is where the Fed failed. Now we're in QE infinity, right? Look at QE infinity. This is the everything bubble. Somebody tell me that this just keeps going up. Or does the Fred Sanford happen and it implodes? You guys know what I think. The Fred Sanford is going to happen and it implodes. And I am ready. I'm ready to print money, no matter which direction the market goes. How are we going to do that? Make sure you sign up for Full Throttle training. There are folks, I just looked in the there are people signing up who aren't even current TGO members. They just sign up for the once a quarter education. That's awesome. I'm sorry, not education, the training. So sign up for the Full Throttle training and come check out these 8 briefs. These folks are worth their weight in gold because they set us up for the live trade briefs that I do during market hours. So we do these at night, market's closed, we learn, we train, and then the next day we go live in the market and practically apply it. Demo, do. That is our model here at Top Gun Options, okay? So topgunoptions.com/FT-academic-195. And make sure you write down on your calendar February 18th, next Friday. I'm going up to Vermont this weekend with my bride to see my son, Matthew. He's a senior at Norwich. This is his last hockey game. They're going to have a whiteout up at Norwich. I'm so excited to go up there. It's a little cold, but I'm excited. But when I get back, Bart and I are going heads down, building out his product charts and this and that. February 18th at 10 a.m., we're going to do a brief to see how you can get aboard Tomcat charts. All right, I got to get going. Got to keep an eye on my bear call spread for the day. What are the metrics? Positions. Let's analyze this one. We have a 60% probability of making $4,800 today. I made $4,800 ago. What was it, Monday? I think I made $4,800 on a similar type of trade on Monday. It was. Look at that. Yep. Because there you go. Month to date. What is it? February 9th. So far in February, we're up $5,000, and hopefully by the end of the day, I'll double that to close to 10 in this week. Okay. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. Namaste.